When I send all my doubts and demons on their way, every endeavor I have made ever is coming into play, is here and now today.
Yes, friends, and it is truly this moment. I thank you for being here. I am Coach Raja of Victory Mindset Academy, and we appreciate all of you. Join us again on the Unbox Me Today show. Today's episode 432 with the amazing Tammy Ward. And let me tell you what is amazing about her, because you get to ring of the victory bell and you get to hear all this greatness. Tammy is a dynamic speaker, mental wellness advocate, and a retired RCMP Sergeant with 24 years of service. And we thank you for your service. Drawing from both personal and professional trauma, she delivers powerful, story-driven talks that inspire resilience, purpose, and courage. As the founder of Tammy Ward Speaks, she helps individuals and organizations boost mental well-being, unlock hidden potential, and build more supportive, high-performing cultures. Known for her honesty, humor, and heart, Tammy empowers others to rise strong no matter what they face. So without any further delay, let's welcome the one, the only, super talented, super beautiful, the one who walked to school uphill both ways in the snow, barefoot, the one and only Tammy Ward. Welcome, Tammy. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks. Yourself?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. And if everybody else wants to feel fantastic too, click that link below so that you can leave comments on the live. So let's just dive right in. We have a lot of questions to ask you today. So first of all, you were a police sergeant. You went from jumping from policing to speaking. Why did you do that?
Well, before I retired, a couple of the roles I had in policing were actually public speaking. I was in charge of Crime Stoppers, did a lot with domestic violence. So I was used to talking. And when I first was thinking about leaving, I came to a conclusion that I really don't need to wear a uniform anymore to be able to help people and to serve. So once I, focused on how I can still help people, I decided to leave the force and started speaking, especially about wellness and motivation.
That's nice. I love it. And like I have other friends who have left the police force and they've become entrepreneurs. They've done other things. So I think this is a trend here that great people with great leadership qualities are able to share it with more people that way. So what do you think is the missing link or the tool for entrepreneurs? And so, how would you describe that?
One of the things that I've noticed for a lot of people is, especially since COVID, is mental health. People are ambitious, they're goal driven, they work really hard, and that one missing piece that we can take care of, it doesn't matter how much money you have, is our own physical and mental health. And there's so many things that we can do to promote that. You don't have to spend lots of money and go to a spa for a day. Mind you, that'd be really nice. But it could be as simple as taking your coffee outdoors. For me, that's 6 months of the year when it's not snowing. But find something that brings you joy, and recognizing when you're tired that it's okay to walk away sometimes, come back stronger, come back more focused. So those are some of the tools I like to talk to people about, and how we can implement those into the workplace and create a healthier work balance.
Got it. And so that kind of leads already, that's a nice segue into why mental health is so important to people. Because right now, if you look at ever since the pandemic, and people have increased anxiety and stress and depression ever since not just COVID, but also just from remote working. And now we're getting back into corporate offices again, and all this stress is causing different changes in people. Like, in fact, around the world globally, like the rate of suicide in men is actually 2 times higher than it is in women, but it's 4 times higher in the U.S. than the women. That's a scary statistic to think that, wow, what is happening in our culture, and why is the mental health side of things so important? Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Oh, there's so many causes for it. One, as you mentioned, would be the stress of going back into a work environment, especially if you were in a work environment that you didn't really enjoy, or you had bullies in your office. And now for the last couple of years, you got to avoid the bullies. And now you go back and you see them. I've also made a joke about we've only had to be able to get dressed from the waist up, and now we got to fit into our pants. That can be stressful, but I think that's more for us ladies. The other thing is just, I think, a lot to do with our economy, with politics, with everything. There's so much going on in the world. There is so much noise, and people are feeling lost, or they don't have focus, or perhaps they don't have the resources they need. And that's one of the reasons I speak, is to help create that dialogue so that workplaces can have tools available for people. And everyone needs different things.
Beautiful. Yep, I agree with you there. And so you have a gift that you want to share with people. First of all, for everybody that's watching on the live right now, on the live you thrive, and on the replay you get to play again, give us some hearts, give us some thumbs up and some likes, and type a comment down below. What is your biggest takeaway so far? And at the end of the show, what is your biggest takeaway? Because we always want to know how we've impacted you. So you said that you have a gift that you want to share with everybody. We're going to post it after the show because I know we had some tech issues. It's all good. It is your guide to mental wellness. So tell us a little bit more about, like, when they click on that and then download it, what are they going to get?
So there's some steps just to help people with some exercises. One is for breathing. So basically it's the box breath that a lot of people teach, just to help catch your breath, to refocus. The other one is 5 things. So focusing on the things that you can see, taste, touch, smell, all of those, utilizing all of our senses. Because when we shift our brain away from being anxious or over-focused or over-analyzing things, and we focus on, okay, what can I see? What are 5 things that I can see? What are 2 things I can smell?
Yep.
It's going to reset. And it's going to get you out of that fight or flight, hopefully back into rest, digest, and just calm your system down. And then that way you can do it on the elevator. When you get off the elevator, you're ready to roll at work. There's also just a few other tips on how to avoid burnout, how to take care of yourself. And sometimes those are boundaries we need to set.
Oh, I love it. I love it. And so for those that are watching right now, there you go. Rest, digest, calm yourself down, and also work on some anti-burnout prevention tips. Very powerful tool. So make sure you click that link down below and you grab that. It'll also be on the show notes and also in the post if you're on the podcast as well. So let's just continue on, because I'm having a lot of fun here talking about all of this. So tell me, let's shift gears a little bit, talk about the softer side of Sears and get to know you as a person, because generally people join a person, not a business that they connect with, right? So let's talk more about you and you know, just like, where did you grow up? How did you grow up?
Oh, so I grew up in the East Coast of Canada. I'm an hour from the state of Maine. Policing, I've policed all across Canada. I've been in very remote northern communities. And I grew up actually as a ballerina. I danced from the age of 3, I know, till 26. I stopped dancing in December, and I went to police training the following January. So it was kind of an inside joke that I traded in my point shoes and got a 9mm.
Nice.
So not the typical story of policing.
No, from a point shoes to hollow points, right?
Yeah,
and that's, oh my God, that would be a great TEDx talk right there. All right. You heard it here first, from point shoes to hollow points. Here we go. So tell me a little bit more about, so growing up, was there any special book or movie or like mentor that helped you kind of define the kind of person that you were becoming?
When I was growing up, all I did was dance. I went to Europe when I was 16 to dance. So that was my focus. Karen Kane was an amazing Canadian ballerina that I love to watch. She's still very involved, not as a ballerina, but involved in the arts. And
what's her name? I missed that.
Karen Kane with a C.
Karen Kane. Okay, we'll have to follow up with her. And also, I want to see a video clip of you dancing at those times. If you have something, we would love to see that. I think that'd be great for the audience.
I
Yeah.
have to make you one.
If all right, folks, if you want to see her dancing, type dance down below. Okay. All right. So moving on then. What's your favorite kind of music then? Since I know, like, if you're into dance, there's always classical.
Oh,
But
yes.
what's the kind of music that you love the most?
Oh, I love a lot of the old rock and roll.
Yeah.
Things that just the things I grew up with. I love some of the newer country music as well. I like things that have a story. I like things when I can understand the words.
Mm-hmm.
And ballads, depends on my mood. I
Yeah.
like ballads. Sometimes I need things a little, more amp. If I'm doing
Mm-hmm.
stuff around the house or in the gym, then it's a totally different playlist. But that's when really good old rock and roll would come into play.
Gotcha. I love it. And what about what's a fun fact about you that maybe people don't know?
Other than the fact I used to dance. One is I'm still involved. I still teach. So I've been teaching yoga. I've been teaching fitness since I was 19. But the other thing, my big passion is travel.
Right.
I
Oh, I love hearing about travel.
love to travel.
Very cool.
Yes.
All right, nice. And now tell me, we were talking about this earlier. You said something about you'd been to a lot of countries. Like, how many countries have you been to?
58 so far.
No way. That's
Yeah.
incredible.
Yes. Next week I go to England, which will be my third trip to Europe this year.
Oh,
So
that's fantastic.
yeah. I've
Oh,
lived
it's
in
fun.
Australia. I spent a lot of time over in England.
Mm-hmm.
And now any chance I get, I'm bags ready in 5 minutes and I will be there.
Oh, I love it. I love it. That's the ultimate backpack lifestyle. My son, he just went to Europe for 3 weeks for a band trip.
Oh,
He got selected for this like American Music Abroad program, and he got chosen to sing to play the French horn in it. And so he was there in Europe for 3 weeks, gave 7 concerts in 4 countries, and finally learned to expand his palate and try all different kinds of foods and had a good time. It's so fun to see. Like, he came back and it's like, wow, he's only 15, but he looks like a man now. He acts like just his perception and his reaction to people and things has evolved, and it's great to see that. And I'm sure you've seen it too. Is that like when you see people from other countries, cultures, languages, food, and religions, everything, your whole understanding of humanity adapts and changes, doesn't it?
Oh gosh, yeah. And I think if people have an opportunity to travel, we certainly should, because Canada, US, when you've been around to some countries, we realize how lucky, how blessed, how fortunate we are to live in the places we live.
Yep.
You said it also opens our eyes to the diversity out there and the value of different traditions and cultures. There's beauty in everything. You just have to be open to it.
Absolutely. I love it. So tell me a little bit about as a coach yourself, is there any leader, like do you have an inspirational quote that you want to share with the audience?
One that I've said quite often is speak up as if your life depends on it, because it does.
Oh, I like that.
And that's my own. I say that because of my work in domestic violence, but also because of my work and my continuing work to do with mental health, that people need to speak up. And also not only the person experiencing trouble, but the other people in their lives who are seeing perhaps somebody struggling. We need to speak up, because their life can actually depend on it. And as a first responder, I've been to too many scenes and people saying, oh, I didn't know. Well, we need to start that conversation so that maybe we will know and we can help people. Sometimes we can't, but we can certainly try.
Got it. Oh, that's beautiful. All right. So we're going to shift gears again. But before we do, like, I always want to ask this question. I always like, this is a fun one. Like, what's your favorite kind of food?
I'm a vegetarian, so
Yep.
I like, oh my gosh, I love curries. I love anything with lots of flavor, a
Yep.
little bit of heat. Yeah, I'm very diverse in what I eat. I love Thai food. I love Indian food, anything
Hmm.
with lots of taste, lots of flavor.
Well, if you're ever around the Philadelphia area, my wife is a freaking amazing cook. She makes everything Indian food awesome, and she makes some pretty good Italian and like Mexican food too. I like so I'm well fed as time will show.
I'll
But
come visit.
yeah, but you know what though? Since you like all vegetarian foods, I know who to call. Okay, hello Whole Foods. Yeah, like we got strict vegetarian. Like make sure we have a palette of whole greens and salads in the green room. Thanks, Stat. So that's my totally real call to Whole Foods. They're going to take care of you. So before we shift into our next segment, tell me just one more thing. What is it that you want people to recall about you?
Hmm. I think the most important thing for me is I want people to know that I care,
Hmm.
that I love talking, but I'm a really, really good listener. And I love to help people find perhaps their purpose or overcome a struggle because there's so many things out there that we can help people overcome.
Yep.
And I have found and I've seen so many people are so much more powerful than they give themselves credit for. And
Oh,
to
that's so
be
true.
able to help somebody over that hurdle and to help somebody stay healthy, especially on the mental health, to be
Yep.
able to help people remain healthy. You're not just helping a person, you're helping a family, you're helping an entire community when you help one person. So that's, I think, my biggest thing.
Oh, I love it. I love it. All right. Wilson, Tammy, Whole Foods is here. We're going to send you to the green room and have some food. So we'll bring you back because up next we have our 60-second mind shift. So if you're prepared to shift up your life, let's get ready to make a splash.
When you throw a rock into a lake, what happens? No, there's a splash. You make an impact, and then you get waves. And then you don't know where those waves are going. Those waves are going past around the reeds, and you don't know where that impact is. So all of you out there, when you're on stage, you don't know where your impact is going to end. It's never going to end.
All right, folks. So as we begin today, I have a question for you. Tammy was talking about making an impact, about when we talked about in her comments, talked about speak up as your life depends on it. And I love that phrase because last year when I gave my TED talk, I talked about how to speak when you can't talk. Now, a lot of you have seen my evolution over time. I've reduced my speech impediment a lot using various skills, tips, and tricks. And inevitably, I fall off the fluency fence every once in a while. But have I overcome my fear? Certainly. Have I become a perfect speaker? No. But it's that imperfect progress that is what's going to drive you forward. I'm going to ask you, if you haven't yet, click down below, grab my autographed book, so that way you can hear more about my story. But also, more importantly, what is that thing that is holding you back? It's time for you to change your self-limiting belief. That fear that's out there, I've coined the term fear as face everything and rise. Because truly, for a lot of us, we think that our fear is our wall, when in actuality, it's just a speed bump. If we treat it as a speed bump and keep on going with our life, we continue making progress going forward, and we can break through that wall. So whether it's going over, around, or through, that fear is only a speed bump on your way to the highway of success. So let's bring back Tammy and find out if she is well fed. So Tammy, welcome back. Are you still hungry, or do you, or you did you save me any food? All right. So Tammy, what did you think about that 60-second mind shift, and what will you add to it?
Oh, just that we all have hurdles. Some of them are small as we grow up. Some of them can be really huge. And if we don't dwell on the hurdle and look for ways to get around it instead of stopping at it, life is beautiful, anything is possible, and sometimes we even need to include other people. So whether it's a coach, a friend, a mentor, a professional, sometimes we just need that right person to help us over the hurdle.
Absolutely. Oh, I love that. Well said. Okay, you're gonna ring the victory bell again, because you just keep on dropping these pearls, and just hope everybody out there is picking them up. So, folks, we're almost near the end of our time. Just a couple more things I want to ask Tammy before we go. So, Tammy, do you have a success story that you can share with us about someone that you've worked with and coached, like without divulging their name? Tell us a little bit about, like, what was their challenge? What did they overcome, and how'd you help them?
Well, I've helped a lot of people primarily with my policing. One of the stories that I love to share is I helped a lady get out of a situation, and I hadn't seen her for a few years, and I went for my massage actually, and my therapist was out sick, and she was filling in, did not know she had become a massage therapist. And at the end, we had talked the whole hour. At the end, when she came back, before I left, she said, "I really need you to know something." And I'm like, uh-oh, like, do I have a growth on my back? Like, what's going on? And she said, "I just want you to know that if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be alive today." And it was like, yeah. So for me, that was one of the best moments ever, that I knew what I did had purpose, and that it really, really helped somebody.
That's incredible. And you know what? Like, sometimes we don't know where those waves go. I would say that, like, once you make ripples, those waves, they go around the corner and you don't see where they go. What's happening is you're extending beyond your sight, beyond your line of vision. And what happens is you help people that you didn't even realize.
Yes.
And I've had clients who've gone through that as well. It's like, where, because they start to stand in their own power and start to become confident, they raise their self-esteem, all of a sudden other people start to feel empowered as well. And it makes such a difference.
It does.
Tammy, you've been an amazing guest here today. I got one last question for you. If someone were to give you a blank check with unlimited funds, what is your grand vision to change the world?
Oh my gosh. If my mother was listening, she'd say I'd build a barn and I would take in absolutely every stray animal possible. That's, my heart is there. That and kids. I would probably, I think I've dealt with so many children that deserved so much better than what they have, that I would have 10, 20 kids in a facility that was housed, and have lots of people that were here to help, mentor, love, and make them shine and grow to be amazing people to help others.
Sounds like a good project to have. I'm going to put you in touch with somebody I know. Her name is Pamela Pine, and she also works on helping people of, like, domestic abuse, and helps them to get out of that situation. I think that you two would be a great connect. So everybody out there, obviously domestic abuse and helping people to break that cycle of violence is so important, because, I always joke, but I so mean it seriously. There's only one race here, the human race, and we all need to support each other. So if you see something, say something. All right, folks, that's been our time today. Tammy's been an amazing guest. You get a ring of the victory bell. Let me grab your link again, because I don't want anybody to miss out on all this power and impact that you're going to get. There is down below your guide to mental wellness. If you can't click on it yet, you can click on it down below. And so, Tammy, thank you so much for being here. This is Coach Raja, and as always, we don't fake it till we make it. Instead, we believe it and become it. And have a fantastic day. We will see you on the next show. Bye-bye. All right. 3 quick questions for you, for your testimony. I just want to ask you, why did you want to be on the show today?
Why did I want to? Well, when we talked, I liked you. And I think, no, because there's people I meet and, you're not
You're not vibing. You're not
No,
whatever
or I
understand
find
frequency.
some people have podcasts, but they have agendas. I like when I connect with people. I think for me, a lot of it is I connect more to soul level, not just on.
Yeah,
And
I get you.
I'm new to getting my name out there, and I'm looking, to be perfectly honest, for opportunities to speak, because if nobody knows you, they can't hire you.
Absolutely.
I liked when we were on Corey's room and you spoke.
Okay.
When Brian Proctor was there. I liked what you had to say. That's why I reached out, connected on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
I'm a police officer. I did my investigation and then I reached out, and I thought when you offered, I'm like, yeah, I would enjoy speaking with him.
Fantastic. Thank you. And by the way, I'll be in talk with Brian Proctor's team. By the way, those who don't know who that is, that's Bob Proctor's son. And I may be able to get him as a guest on this show also. So stay tuned. All right. Second question. What was your favorite takeaway from the show today?
I think it was just the banter back and forth, and how we both approach things in a different manner, but it's still about the struggles, the hurdles, and how we can help people to empower themselves, because we can't empower anybody because it's theirs to lift themselves up, but we can give them a hand on the way. So that would be one of my biggest takeaways, is how we both are doing similar work, but in a different manner. Gotcha.
I love it. And last question here. Scale of 1 to 10. How much would you recommend me to somebody else this stage?
Oh, 10. Hello.
Oh, you're so generous. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes. Totally unbiased question when I ask that.
Oh, of course.
Of course. Yeah. All right, folks. Podcast team knows what to do. We love you all, and see you next time.